Alright, let's go. Well, let's go. I get them gaming news. I get that coffee. Let's go. Here it is. Yeah, Traxo Yaxer. Hello, guys. Here, Adrian. Oh, hello. Hello. Alright, connect. There we go. Get the cam tool. Get the cam tool. Time to get new GPU. Yeah, prepare Uranus. Prepare. And that stuff indeed is quite pricey. Well, actually, not as pricey as it was a couple years ago, really. So, at the least you can be happy a little bit about that. Something positive there. Could be worse. And the PC that my friend built for like 2,000 something bucks, he already couldn't sell for that amount of money anymore when he was leaving the country. Still a pretty good discount. Hey, Glorious, hello. How we doing, man? $750 for 3080, alright. It's not even too bad. 3080 Ti for 1,500, yeah, exactly. That shit was way worse. Alright, let's go. Which doesn't justify the fact that it's still overpriced and stuff, right? But yeah. Shit was ridiculous. And you can look at it from a different perspective. You say that GPU costs like the second-hand car in your country? There was some cheap second-hand cars, sir. Always look for the positives, eh? Nice, glorious, nice. The crypto mining cards, no, they kind of like... There wasn't a lot of them, and they weren't much more cheap, that's the thing. Difference wasn't even that bad. Or like that much, you know, to justify. And the supply was kind of short, but I don't think it already does anything. Like the crypto market is pretty much kind of like in another sleep for past like 2 years. It has nothing to do with it. If anything, there's actually a lot of second-hand ones that are being sold right now quite cheap. So it has nothing to do with it. Yeah, you can sell stuff second-hand then. And yeah, the GPU mining is always kinda is still kinda pipiega, or like rather very unstable, not even because of the crypto market, but just because the difficulty of the mining was always running high. Back in the day, you could mine Bitcoin on that. Nowadays, try. I'm gonna be mining your wall outlet and your electricity bills. Let's see, buddy. Let's see. Well, that's cheap cars, though. If you can get something like this cheap. I guess you can get some, like fucking Lidl Zhiguli or something here for the price of the GPU. But that's gonna be, you know, that's gonna be a necromancer pet right there. See. Yeah, I mean, if electricity is free, then sure. Then it's kinda okay. Then it's doable anytime, really. Even if you're not gonna sell it for much, it's kinda free. That's how my friend was doing it back at his work in the server room. Some people more advanced, they just get like, they just get at their rigs at atomic, energy plants or like the hydro plants and stuff. We had some of those here too. And that's the 5-head way to do it. For that, a lot of electricity there. For cheap. Alright. Get the water in. Let's see if anything, GPUs right now kinda dropped. Now the GPU price currently is the pure agreed from the manufacturers, basically. Nothing else to blame there. Well, I guess you always can blame inflation and stuff, though. And that is a universal one. If anything, they have like even like supply issues currently. As in there's too much. Like with 4070s or something. That ended up being like not super crazy good. They just have like full warehouses of them. Instead of dropping the prices, and they just gonna sit there and wait until people will still come to them to buy that shit. Because, all those unoptimized games aren't helping. Yeah, what is? Yeah, I'm on 2080 right now. I mostly kind of have no problems except for, streaming on the same PC. That constantly kind of makes me think about upgrading. And I could, I guess, like get all my savings and just get the Giga GPU. And the problem is I need also already like, Giga CPU quite often in many games. So that means, just Giga PC overall. And that's already not enough, my savings. And right now, with all this shit going on, I might need my savings for something else, I'd rather build like a streaming PC. Could get like a laptop or something maybe for the streaming PC role. And it's gonna be easier to take with me if I'll need to temporarily or permanently fuck off. Get a sponsor for PC? Oh, then yeah, sponsors for PCs that aren't handling you the freebies, man. Unless you're huge. Like I had, what was their name? Shit. The one with the Fiesta that got cancelled and everything. They were sponsoring everyone. Almost everyone. 2000 plus? Yeah, or like some very specific audience and like a lot of like, maneuvering, some quality negotiations. And that's what like. Not that I think Ella could have some if he really wanted to. But still, I guess terms weren't that good. And what was our Artesian builds, right? Wasn't it? The one that got cancelled and everything. Yeah, they sponsored me, CB, but the sponsor was just a name. They just make you an ambassador. So you basically just have like your link. So you're gonna have some percentage from what they sell through your link. And you're also gonna get yourself like, I don't remember how much was it, like $200 discount on their PCs or something. Considering their PC is already overpriced for a couple of $100, you basically kinda, you know, get nothing. Yeah, and there's the reroll company. Yeah, I just like instantly ditched them as soon as that stuff happened, and well, was a good call. Fuck them. Talking shit about my fellow small streamers. Get the fuck out. And then surprisingly, they ended up all around garbage. What a twist. What a twist. Forty giga PC is not that big of a problem. Yeah, usually. But yeah, the downfall was very fast. They just went, you know, they completely flipped from success to the bottom. You know, now OTK got their own stuff to replace them. The Starforge or whatever. But yeah, you need to be pretty big for that stuff. Because they want you to bring sales. And trust me, bringing sales, you need to have like a very specific type of stream. Or just a very huge audience. Like all the merch sales, all that kind of stuff. It's usually a very, very minuscule percent, even for big streamers. Like I remember Soda back in the day was talking about it with Nick, I think, with Nick Polam. They like barely sell shit. Well, Soda kind of does because he literally sells his merch with like, you know, the base price. Like he doesn't get any profit out of it. Literally just like a shirt for the price of the shirt production. And that way he does kind of sell some. I sold some back in the day when I had some. But that was also like, I don't know, like 6 pieces of merch maybe over all the time. Like you need some like rabid fans audience, you know, or something for that to be like very successful. Like if you have some like, you know, the super stan audience or something, then maybe. Then they buy everything. Then you can maybe get a sponsor and stuff even earlier. I guess like the outreach on different platforms and stuff. How represented you are. Kinda pony, kinda, yeah. Well, when you get kind of like big enough, sometimes they just like plain pay you. Just, you know, that's kind of like brand recognition, I guess, or and stuff. And they just get you to tweet about them and stuff once in a while. They send you shit for free. Pay you some amount maybe also once in a while. And then you don't rely on just like, you know, percentage sale. But when they're not sure, and the streamer is small, then a lot of those sponsorships nowadays try to kind of get you into, you know, percentage stuff. And that, yeah, that literally, most of the time is just garbage. like a loss. Yeah, let's go. Amazon ref links. Nah, I mean, well, I kind of had actually for some time, I think. But yeah, that doesn't really. Well, first of all, they can pay you now, obviously, right? That already doesn't work. None of those work. Like the Nexus store I have in description and stuff that at least has a wallet there. So it's gonna be stored there, but I also haven't like, well, I mean, I haven't really advertised it for a long while already anyway. But yeah, they barely do much stuff. As I said, like for ref links and stuff, you need huge amount. Like it should be insane. Because first of all, also ref links and stuff, they don't overwrite usually. Like they have some lifetime. So like you need like a lot of people for that stuff. To have something meaningful through that. So I made it this time. Feels good, man. Got him. Yes, see, but yes, see. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes, huh? And for Amazon Ref, they also like they accept you, and then you need to like bring some amount constantly, so you even keep working with them, sorta. Otherwise, they think terminate you and stuff. You know, like a year or something, or a few months. And well, you know, Amazon is not everywhere. Not everyone's constantly buying from there. Not everyone will suddenly remember, oh man, there's this guy on Twitch. Hey, the ref link, I'm gonna use it to buy myself some lube or something right now. Out of nowhere, you know. I just remember. People don't even remember, you know, sometimes to like click the follow button on stream or read the title or something. So unless you're constantly reminding about that stuff and pushing it, no one's gonna do it. Except for some like maybe very dedicated people, which are always appreciated, of course. But that's like very small percent. Yeah, you're saying like with subscribe notification. Exactly. If you don't do like call to action yourself clearly all the time, it ain't gonna do anything. That's the sad part, unless you have like a huge already base. And then you kinda, even if it's like, you know, 1% of people will be doing it, that still might turn into something big, eh? Whoop. Yeah, there we go. Discord got hacked. Huge leak of the data. Service thinks that the risk is minimal, but they are calling for those affected to be careful. Who affected? I'm gonna send you some messages. If you were affected, so prepare for checking that stuff. If you use Discord, the massive leak. Let's see. The risk is usually always underplay those. Well, I mean, it depends on like the type of the data, I guess, leaking there. They probably mean more like, you know, the personal information or something. Like credit card info and stuff for the Nitro users, I guess. Let's see. What's with this one? What is this one about? Oh. Okay. What is this one all about? There's another one there too. The Electronic Arts warning toxic members of Battlefield community away from harassing its development teams. Devs are being harassed on social media, and it's because decision being made. The future of Battlefield, and because quite simply the millions of fans that were made miserable by the relative destruction of the franchise back in 2021. Then people still molding. People still molding. Hogwarts Legacy Switch Edition delayed by 4 months. Wonder how that will be. Well, that's gonna be cloud though, probably. And most likely, not sure how they can even make it work otherwise. People are always molding. I mean, sure. The molding is going quite far lately, though, I have to say. Just molding is the normal state of things, I guess. It's more about, you know, letting it go. Places and DMs. Twitch is launching new stream events, starting with the stream anniversaries for affiliates and partners. Oh yeah, that's this one. Stream anniversary will now run for 48-hour window. Start 6 p.m. a day before and end the day after at 6 p.m. Alright, so they kind of like scuffed, it seems like. Because they just kind of automatically launched it without any kind of like, you know, actual choice announcement. They just like added this like message that people could send in chat. And that's pretty much it. Either it was undercooked when it was out, or I just like got mine too fast, which I mean I don't really care about. I wanted to try how it will be, if you can announce it properly and everything. But I guess I couldn't, and whatever. I still celebrated they started streaming, not got the partnership. A button didn't really change anything. Starting the stream, that was the important time. A button didn't really change anything back then. A button really doesn't do much now also, since I don't get shit. Yeah, no. It's easier to be upset about something than being positive, yeah. And it's way easier. It's easier to belong, you know. When you hate on things, you don't need to be well versed, you know. You just need to shit on something and you're a part of something already. To be a fan of something, you need to kind of have an idea what it is. And then you can fit, maybe. Twitch will be launching an experimental tool that allows it to easily convert horizontal clips into vertical content. Damn, son. The easy TikTok coming. It's launched for 100% of streamers now. Damn, son. Let's go. The TikToking and Google shorting gonna intensify. Onto one aspect ratio, a video of a shooter, yeah. And let's see. Deviation Games hit with layoffs with PlayStation game in development. Damn, PlayStation is not paying enough? Come on. What is this? Can't even fund some exclusives there? Alright, what else? What else? Oh yeah, Amnesia Debunker delayed from 23rd of May to 6th of June. Yeah. Some issues with certification apparently, alright. Yeah, the Co-Carnage removing his Zelda video from YouTube because he also got a whole bunch of molding people there. Out of all the people, man. Again, and any criticism and stuff, probably, even like you always see from him is like, you know, as mild as it can be, as tactic, the tact, the sense of tact, you know, as polite as it can be and everything, and people still gonna go all the way to shit. Pipiega, dude. Pipiega. Like his vids will disappear? Well, I mean, probably not. He might even repost it maybe later or something. It's not about the video disappearing. I don't think he's like upset about that or something. It's the fact that, you know, people going rabid about it. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. What else do we have? Not sure what kind of person he is. How so? Tries to lessen the tension, yeah. Yeah, you could just like complete keep baiting that stuff. True. It's not worth in the long term. I mean, you know, think as like an adult person and stuff who's seen shit in this life, yeah, probably he understands. And that sure maybe you will get like a boost, the peak, you know, in like the viewers and attention, but the kind of attention you attract through that is not really good in the long run. It's all about the slow and steady there. Especially since you're already good, huh? Why would you even go for more? Oh yeah, the Mechabellum is out. Very positive reviews. Interesting. Nice. Mechabellum, we'll see. If I get my hands on that, I could try. Apparently people molding about that one too. But apparently because there is like no moderation and the chat is like full toxic mode there. Oh, you got it? Nice, Dave, nice. Write the mold wave for views. I mean, that's how you, in general, like, you don't write the mold wave, you cause the mold wave, you know. That's how a lot of, like, the channels also go for. It's like, sometimes you just can have, you know, like, the hot take or something, right? Like, with me, like, liking Fallout 76, for example, right? Could go with that, and I could stand behind that, too. But sometimes you just kinda, you know, either go full contrarian mode, We did back in the day. We did an experiment with my friends when we were making websites. We had one that was like purely just contrarian. Just like take, you know, the general kind of consensus about something, you know, 180 it, and make an article about it. Like I had a friend who was writing for that website. He was making like, you know, the pics for it and everything with memes and stuff, and just like writing for it. It was going good. It was going good. Had some other issues though for some reason. The usual Google. Something's wrong with the website. We're not gonna tell you what. We're just gonna, you know, remove it from the search results because fuck you, that's why. But yeah, that was like from the start. Like way faster development than like my blog, for example, back then, or some other stuff when we were actually legit posting, you know, the author articles, the long ones and stuff. And just like a bunch of like trash talk. Like nowadays you could just put like ChatGPT on that and that would be the same. Nice, pretty nice. The Foreman. Okay, the Mechabellum looks interesting. We'll see. Anime, hello. How we doing? Fortnite ranked play is coming soon. Wait, there was no ranked play before? But there already was something like that since they had all this like competitive shit going, kinda. A co-creator of Limbo and Inside thinks that Xbox Game Pass negatively affects sales of the games. Also said about Google offering their multi-million contract to create exclusives for Stadia. I should pick that one back in the day. If only they did know. Doing good, Nimid, doing good, thank you. Did have MMR, yeah, I think there was like some sort of like balancing on skill sorta. Game Pass negative effect. And there was, what was the name? Everspace, I think, or whatever, a few days ago, who said that they had no negative effect whatsoever. So I feel it's kind of like, you know, game-to-game basis, sorta. Some do get affected, some don't. Let's see. Yeah, the new Legend of Zelda was speedrun in 1.5 hours already. Yeah, that's probably just the beginning there. That's probably just the beginning. A producer of Legend of Zelda says that potentially players will be able to play Zelda herself. Damn son, finally, after all the games. But that will be depending on the ideas of developers. George. Go. The Redfall authors are getting shit on by the developers from other studios. Damn son. So maybe devs themselves are also, you know, prone to be the same as other gamers. Imagine like someone sending you some death threats or something, and you're just checking their like bio on Twitter and stuff, and that's, you know, another developer of another in another studio. What the fuck, man? The creators of Immortals of Avium, man, were getting inspired by a Doom and Bioshock. And the game will have puzzles in God of War style. No, will we have someone who's gonna be spoiling all the puzzles to us too? The God of War style? Manowar got open beta. Will be going until 15th of May. The month of war, eh? Alright, this we saw yesterday. Whoop. Anything else? Seems like not really, alright. Alright, I'll get back to the grind then. Back to the grind. And do the weekly recap tomorrow. Whoop. Now it's time to get back. Yeah, people are emboldened. I think, like, you know, after all the lockdowns and stuff, people just, you know, tasted the social media and stuff a bit too much in the ways they didn't try before. Now we have this shit going. People going completely unhinged and everything there. Like, it's some people now already, you know, going to touch grass. Like, Twitch viewership is dropping for a few quarters. Gaming markets dropping, you know. People going back to grass. But some people, the most mold ones, they choose the terminally online life. And then they just shit all over the place, all over everything and everyone. Camera. Gotta mold out about everything, eh?